Next up, with the Years of Lead set, is Highway Racer, the fourth movie out of 5, so we're getting near the end there. And this one stars Maurizio Merli as Marco. He is a police officer who drives fast and takes no prisoners and often fails in this one. And this was a movie that I really kind of struggled with a little bit, because at the start of it, I found this was really typical of these kind of movies. You know, the character of Marco was a really kind of uninteresting one. He was tenacious, he had some talent behind the wheel, but he kept faltering, he kept failing in an opening car chase sequence, which is, you know, really thrilling and exciting. I love seeing these cars speed around these Italian cities, and he almost kills his partner, severely injuring him, and his boss is mad, so mad that he tells him not to do anything like that again. And the crux of the story kind of comes between his boss, who used to be the most well-renowned kind of police officer who would take people down in their car, and this young-ish cop who admires his boss but wants to be better than him. And the bad guy who seems to have been an adversary for the boss at some point, who's come back into doing these robberies. And the robberies are really kind of fun, and the escape plans are brilliant, and this movie is rammed with action set pieces, car chases that are exhilarating and thrilling to watch. But a lot of the problems I had with the movie were in the first third. It felt typical, it felt uninteresting, the characters felt as if they were one-dimensional, and almost satirising that kind of genre of movie, and I was struggling a little bit. But there was a turning point in this one, a turning point where I went from hating the movie to really enjoying for what it was. Yes, I was kind of laughing at it at moments, but man, was I in. There is a moment where Marco kills somebody and he gets told he's on his final warning, because this guy can just seem to do all kinds of crazy stuff and get away with it. And he has this strange moment with his boss where they kind of sync, almost as if they're falling in love, and decide to like work together to take down the bad guy. And they forsake everything else going on. They just go away to a racetrack. They're working on cars, they're working on driving, trying to do crazy stunts. And it felt a lot like the scene in Ghost with Swayze and Moore doing the pottery sequence, only it's these two guys building cars. There was this really weird sexual tension going on throughout it. It was incredibly funny and incredibly fun as well. And just seeing these guys kind of bond in a weird Ghost-like sequence, which was always mixed with Days of Thunder, that kind of feeling about it as well. It was so incredibly joyful, and I was laughing, and it turned me around in the movie, and it gave Marco a little bit of a nudge that he needed to become a better police officer, to become better at his job, and even more tenacious to take down the bad guy, whom, you know, the bad guy I particularly liked as well. He was smart, savvy, and knew exactly what he was doing behind a wheel. But the standout moments in Highway Racer are always the car chases. It's how the movie begins, it's how it ends, and they are frequent throughout the film itself. And like I said, it's these small cars zipping across these cobbled streets that just look amazing. They go down staircases, that are driving through quarries, that are having all these amazing stunts, which you see people totaling their cars and getting out, and because it's all practical, and because it's all there physically on screen, it just looks amazing, and it just is wonderful to see. Highway Racer is a movie that I had to grow into. Once I kind of got the tone, I really started to enjoy it. It took me a little while to get there. It took me a little while to like Marco, to take him from a character I despised to a character I kind of had fun with. The strange relationship with his boss was weirdly captivating, and you know, the way the movie ends was really fitting and kind of exciting. I thought Highway Racer was really kind of good. Eventually, I will go back and watch this one again because I think it's comic gold. Maybe unintentionally, but I did enjoy it that way. I'd love to know your thoughts on Highway Racer. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.